Hi everyone! Welcome to my gaming channel! What happens when you add Gacha to Grand Blue Fantasy Relink? That's Limit Zero Breakers, and today I'm reviewing it. I was lucky enough to try out the closed beta test, and in this video I'll share my full thoughts. What's great, what needs improvement, and whether it's worth your time. This is just a short review based on what I've experienced so far, so if I get anything wrong, sorry in advance. Alright, let's dive right in. Limit Zero Breakers is shaping up to be one of the more promising anime RPGs on the horizon. Developed by Victoria Game Studios and published by NCSoft, it throws you into the floating world of Seraphia, where you'll explore massive islands, recruit a team of stylish breakers, and chain together flashy elemental combos with perfectly timed dodges and parries. It doesn't just focus on solo gameplay either. You can jump into 3-player co-op raids against giant bosses. From what we've seen so far, the game is clearly aiming for a cinematic anime adventure packed with fast-paced combat with eye-catching visuals. The game puts a huge focus on storytelling, and it pays off with dialogues that feel natural and well-directed, smooth cutscenes. Every part of the story is engaging and feels like it belongs in an anime. There isn't any annoying character in the story. Even though the main character has amnesia, classic, the prologue handles it well. The MC also regains certain parts of their memory as the story progresses. It feels like the protagonist has an identity rather than being just an insert character. It's clear the devs poured a lot of heart into the presentation. Storytelling, music, and visuals are the strongest aspects of this game so far. It has one of the best prologues compared to recently released games. The epilogue at the end was also really attractive. Check out my recent video.
The character designs are stylish and attractive, but nothing particularly unique. Oh, I forgot to mention, this game is not an open world game. It's more like a semi-open world game, similar to Mongol Stardive or HSR. You can explore for chests, but there's nothing especially exciting to discover. One thing I noticed is that the NPC character designs are surprisingly good. You won't see your typical high graphics exploration world here. I'm actually happy it's different, because I don't want to explore another open world. That formula is starting to feel exhausting.
The combat system includes dodge mechanics and parry mechanics, as usual. You can switch characters and trigger special effects similar to Wuthering Waves, but there are also some extra skills. Every character has an elemental skill, ultimate, passive skill, support skill, and special skill. There are 4 classes, 8 races, and they each carry one of 8 elements. Successfully parrying directly damages the enemy's break gauge. Every enemy has a break gauge, and once you drain it, they enter a break state where they become stunned and take bonus damage. A team can have a maximum of 3 characters. The combat is extremely easy. It's engaging enough, but it's not too sweaty, making it perfect for players who want light action. Battles only become difficult if you're under-leveled. Otherwise, they're not very challenging. There are, of course, weapons, gear sets, potentials, awakenings, also known as dupes, and a skill tree to increase your breaker's performance in combat. Weapons can be crafted. You heard that right. You can go for co-op or solo battle to get crafting materials. Gears also look easy to farm, since you can see substats immediately, with no need to upgrade the gear just to reveal them, unlike certain games. There is co-op, and honestly, this is what could set Limit Zero apart from almost every other gacha out there. Right now, you can have a raid party with up to 30 members. And speaking of raids, that's exactly what the multiplayer revolves around. You can either form your own group by inviting your friends, or use matchmaking to jump straight into raids. Hopefully we get tons of events built around this, instead of the usual mini-games. Now, about the Gacha, there was only a beginner banner, so I can't comment much on it. I felt the number of polls we got was low. The majority of the polls came from login events, probably just because it's a beta. On the standard banner, there's also an S-grade selector at 300 polls that lets you choose between 4 S-grade breakers. There were permanent stages to fight bosses and a tower-like mode where rewards reset. I'm hopeful the game doesn't have a 50-50 system and provides a sufficient amount of polls per patch, since re-rolling will take more than 2 hours. The effects of dupes were hidden, so we don't know how much they impact gameplay. Ball was given for free, and there wasn't a single male SSR unit, which felt weird. Now, let's talk about some things I don't like. The login process is annoying. Every time I log in, I need to authenticate my account. Hopefully, this will be changed before launch. The UI was pretty average, but at least the character menu and team formation screens looked great. We need a jump button. It feels restrictive without one. There are also too many bugs. And the developers need to take feedback seriously if they want the game to succeed. I don't like games with stamina systems, but at least it's 360 stamina, so we don't need to log in twice a day. I'll say it again. Please improve the pull economy. It would also be wonderful if they added more skins and made the gacha system more player-friendly. Now that I remember, there are free skins if you max out the skill tree, which is a nice addition. When you complete a scene, there is a chance of music running continue to run in the background. Sometimes the lip sync doesn't match the dialogue. Every battle in the game, including story battles, has a timer, and that really annoyed me. Even though clearing them isn't difficult, why are there unnecessary timers? Since I didn't get much time to play the endgame, I hope it's F2P friendly. To be honest, I hate modes which has a timer in every game. It is just a DPS check stages and not a skill-based challenges. If they allowed multiplayer in the tower mode, it would be game-changing, but we all know they probably won't do it. Although there are some really good QOL features in this game, some are still missing. And the biggest one for me is that you can't filter your gear based on its stats. There also isn't any sweep option for farming, which can become annoying. I noticed that you need to invest in the main character to progress through the game. Even though he's a strong character, some players may not like being forced to build and use him. For my closing and final thoughts, Limit Zero Breakers is honest about what it is. The storytelling keeps you immersed in the world without feeling forced, and while the gameplay can feel repetitive at first, it gradually grows on you. It lacks originality if there's not enough multiplayer activity, but if the devs listen to CBT feedback, it could become something special. For now, I'd rate it 6.6969 out of 10. Decent foundations, but plenty of room to grow. The main question with this game is, why would anyone play it over other popular games? What do you think? Would you play this over other games? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more honest reviews. Thanks for watching.